John Waraniak, Vice President of Vehicle Technology at SEMA. And what I want to talk to you about today is the SEMA Vehicle Technology Briefing Seminar Program that we have every year at the SEMA show. It's basically 5 days of pretty cool seminars that you need to be attending. We start off on Monday with Vehicle Dynamics, and that's been going on for the last 8 years. We cover things like electronic stability control, advanced driver assist systems, what you need to know when you customize a car or a truck. You need to make sure that it is still in compliance with not just the federal regulations like FMVSS, Federal Motor Vehicle Safety Standards, 126 for example, for stability control. You need to make sure that your modifications keep the vehicle in compliance. And work with SEMA, we can help you demonstrate that so you have your due diligence. So the whole point about the Vehicle Dynamics Forum is to customize with confidence. And that's on Monday, every year at the SEMA show. Then on Tuesday, we get into some really fun stuff, is the Racing and Performance Forum. Just this past week, we had 10 of the icons of the industry, heads of racing from General Motors, Ford, Toyota. And we went a little step further. We added IMSA, Formula D, and Global Rallycross. And we really stepped out of the box this year. We had the principals from Formula E, Team Venturi, as well as one of the founders from RoboRace, driverless race cars. Now, I know you might jump up and say, how can you have racing without drivers? Well, think about it. Where was the racing industry, motorsports industry, 115 years ago, which was, this year is the anniversary of Ford racing, 115 years ago. That's where RoboRace is today. So you think, well, drivers race, drivers not being in the car to race. It truly is a competition among technology and engineers. So the old familiar phrase, race teams start your engines, drivers start your engines, it's going to be race teams start your algorithms. Tremendous opportunities for the aftermarket, power electronics, inverters. Sure, they'll have the running chassis, bodies, springs, shocks, wheels, tires, etc. But they're going to compete on how smart the vehicle is. It's not a pre-programmed race. It's literally what the vehicle sees. Pretty cool stuff. Again, matching that, bridging that with the traditional motorsports that are going on. The whole idea is to get the gaming industry, the millennials, Gen Y, Gen Z, that new demographic coming into the market, get them interested in the performance industry, the SEMA industry in motorsports. So that's Tuesday. On Wednesday, we focus more on the design and branding. What makes a design cool? What makes a brand cool? We had some great speakers this year from some great companies like GoPro, Donut Media, a lot like you, an innovator, 26 years old, but using media strictly focused on the automotive aftermarket and enthusiasts. Came up with a new metric. How much is your content shared as you put it out on the web? His metric was basically, once your content gets shared one time, 20 times, another 40 users doing it, 14.3 million times is how Donut Media helps you get that exposure from one piece of content. That is the new metric for getting the media out there. And designers, we had the iconic designer Camilo Pardo, original designer of the 2005 Ford GT. Great opportunity to get him networked with what we call the Young Guns. We had the program with the Young Gun designers and car mods and customizers here this year. Well, Camilo's up there, he's about 43 years old, I believe. So he's not so much a young gun anymore, but a lot of advice for the young guns. And I would ask that you look at his Biz Tip video. He's more of what I'll call a young Yoda today. So he can certainly help you as a young designer, young customizer, understand what makes a design cool, what makes a vehicle cool, and ensure that we have another 5 years to go, another 50 years to go with SEMA. So that's on Wednesday. On Thursday, our technology briefing seminar program focuses on vehicle electronics. Now, not many of you probably know we have a vehicle electronics task force. The whole idea is to integrate consumer electronics and automotive electronics. And we're doing that, bringing the best of both together. It's about 20 people from around the country, across SEMA, and we want to get together with them and help us understand as a SEMA community, what are the opportunities in infotainment, what are the opportunities in active safety. And now we're talking about cybersecurity and some of the new product lines coming out of that. How do you make sure that a vehicle can be prevented from being hacked? Or if it is hacked, how do we make sure that it operates the way it's intended to operate? And a lot of things happening, obviously, with autonomous. Autonomous vehicles are part of the future. The coolest thing about that is that's going to be a choice for consumers. In our lifetimes, everyone listening to this right now, we have the advantage of seeing both. Autonomous vehicle that you may own, a usership model just for mobility like Uber, we're seeing. It's not going to detract from the auto industry, it's going to add. We have tremendous opportunities to work together, and one of the comments made at this year's technology briefing program was, we're all in this together. The aftermarket, the OEMs, and now some new players coming in, the technology companies. Tremendous opportunity. Another quote that came out of this week was, "Yep, the future is bright, but the present is amazing." So I welcome you to join SEMA if you aren't a SEMA member. Join some of the councils if you aren't a council member, and the networks. Get started. Lots of SEMA resources to help you do that.